Hare Krishna, my name is Isvara. Today we discuss the topic, the top Hindu deities. Again, there is no such in the Vedic scriptures. There is no such word as Hindu. There is no such community as a Hindu community. There is no such worshipper as a Hindu worshipper. There is no such word as Hindu in the Vedic scriptures. No way in the Ramayana, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, any of the Puranas, the 18 Puranas, there's no such word as Hindu. Rather, there are the followers of the Vedic culture. So these followers of the Vedic culture, there are different classes of the followers of the Vedic culture. Vedic culture is so complete that it has given facility for every human being under the different moods of nature to facilitate them to engage in worship or service to God in such a way that he can be gradually elevated to the topmost platform. So these worshippers, they are considered to be on different staircases. Like a person on the first stair is not equal to the person on the second stair, or the second stair is not equal to the third stair. But nevertheless, each of these persons is situated on the staircase. So the Vedic scriptures have given facility so that those in the moods of ignorance, of low intelligence, they may be very much attached to engaging in meat eating, so they are given a facility to worship the goddess Kali. And because they are attached to meat eating, the Vedic scripture has allowed them to eat meat, but in a regulated way. That means on the fourth night of the dark moon, they are allowed to offer a goat to goddess Kali, and then this Mahaprasad that is being offered to Kali, after being offered to Kali, then they can partake in that. So it is a regulation, and in this way they will gradually become elevated, understanding then what is the use of this regulation. Why not just give up this and go to do something of a higher platform? So this Vedic scripture is so complete. So normally people in the material world, the mass of religionists, they are considered to be fruitive persons. That means they want to worship God, but they want to worship God to fulfill some kind of a desire. That means the desire for wealth, the desire for fame, the desire for a wife, the desire for a husband, the desire because of sickness. If they have to worship God, it is meant that these facilities should be awarded to them. And if these facilities can be awarded, then they are very encouraged about their worship. Actually, that is when they are actually motivated to perform worship, because they see that they has a desire, and by performing this puja, or regular worship, then this desire can be fulfilled. So in this way, the Vedic scripture, the mass of people in this platform of being fruitive workers, they are being guided by the Vedic scriptures to worship the different types of devatas or demigods. Demigods mean the same as devatas. Demigod does not mean demon. It means semigod. Demi means semigod. Those who are in the administrative position of the Supreme Lord. That is, those who are the conductors and the controllers over this material world. Those who are the controllers of the rain, those who are the controllers of the wealth, like Kuvera, those who are the controller of the night, the sun, like the day, the sun god, Surya. So these are different controllers. Lord Shiva, he's a controller. These are all controllers. So these are all devatas or demigods. They are acting on behalf of the Supreme Lord. These are the ministers of the Supreme Lord. The question is, does God really need them to act in this position? The answer is no. He does not need them. Actually, although He has them in this position, it is He alone who actually carry out all the function of everything, because He is the cause of all causes. No one can act independent of Him. This is Krishna's position. But nevertheless, the devatas, they has this controlling position on behalf of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord and the devatas being like His ministers is not like in the position of the president and the ministers in his cabinets. The ministers in the cabinets, they can sometimes illegally perform activities unknown to the president. Maybe later on it will become known, but they can do that. But in the position of the devatas and the Supreme Lord, they cannot perform activities that is unknown to the Supreme Lord. That is the difference between God. He is all-knowing. They cannot perform activities. And the second part of it is that they will not perform activities in contrary to the Lord. Why? Because they are actually devotees of the Lord. And they cannot act in this position unless they are devotees of the Lord. So the topmost of these devatas or devotees that fulfill all these material benediction for these fruitive workers, they are more like Lord Shiva, Parvati, Ganesh. So these are like the sometimes people take to the worship of Vishnu, but Vishnu is Krishna himself. But these devatas, worship of these devatas, they worship these devatas to derive some material benediction. They don't perform this worship out of a costless willingness. They don't perform it just because they want to serve. No, they perform it because they want some reward. So this is the normal class of people that is considered to be fruitive workers. And they are the ones that engages generally in the worship of the devatas. Hare Krishna.